Hey everybody, how's it going? This week, surprisingly, didn't include an E3 teaser, so let's jump into what it did include. Just with the content of the week, or the stuff that's new to the game this week, we have a reuse of the Winter Arcade mode, we have a Ranked Warrior Challenge for faction-wide ranked matches completed on your platform, and we have a signature sale. With this, the signatures are being reduced down from 5,000 steel to 3,000 steel, so if you're interested in one, you can save yourself 2k. This was announced back on Tuesday, but they're having an emote contest. What they want for this is for you to record an emote, post it on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, I believe. The full details are on their website if you actually want to submit one, but what they're asking is for you to show off in video an emote that you want to see. It has to be unique, you had to make it, and it can't be something from another game or media. But yeah, they're having an emote contest. The winner of the contest, or the top 3 I think, will be made into in-game emotes so that you can be forever immortalized in-game. That is all of the news for this week, specifically from the Warriors Den. We also have the patch notes for this week's patch. This did come out this morning, so as of the time of recording, this patch has been live for like 8 hours. We didn't get a roadmap, so there's no future details. We'll probably see something along the lines of that either next week or Monday during E3. But that's not today, so let's jump into the patch notes for what came out today. This is a mid-season patch, so it doesn't contain any reworks, but moving forwards now, they do want to do mid-season patches to do balance changes. This week's patch is largely related to how stamina works. With this, they've completely changed how out of stamina logic works, making it so that you no longer get stamina drain while out of stamina. This means if you continuously get bashed or stunning tapped, you won't go out of stamina permanently. Instead, it will stop your stamina regeneration temporarily and then resume it. It will no longer reset your out of stamina all the way down so that it has to regen the entire thing. This means that getting hit with 1 or 2 bashes won't keep you out of stamina forever. That said, they've also changed how stamina drains work so that they will no longer set your stamina to 20 as they used to. Previously, regardless of what stamina you had, if you got hit by a Raider stunning tap, it would drop your stamina down to 20. That was pretty bad because it meant that full stamina was an immediate drain. This has been changed so that stunning tap now deals 30 stamina damage. The follow-up knee no longer drops you to 20, it now does 40 stamina damage. Raider's carry is capped at 43 stamina instead of no cap. Valkyrie's side light finishers now deal 80 stamina damage, so those will really hurt your stamina pool. That's the side light finisher where she bashes you with the shield in the side of the head, just in case you didn't know that. Nobody played Valkyrie. Then we have Warlord. His crashing charge now deals 60 stamina damage. Lawbringer's top heavy attack does 50 stamina damage. The second top heavy in the chain now deals 60, and the top heavy finisher now deals 80. If you get hit with a full heavy chain there, that does mean you'll go out of stamina. Blind Justice now deals 15 stamina damage, and his light riposte does 15 stamina damage. That does cover the stamina changes, so now let's go ahead and jump into the fighter changes. To pair with the stamina change on the stunning tap, Raider's stunning tap now does 15 damage instead of 18, slightly reducing the reward there. The stunning tap indicator was also changed so that it no longer shows up for the first 100 milliseconds of the attack. This shouldn't change the overall readability of the move, but should prevent it from flickering the attack and then disappearing. They've also removed his dodge guard break. That is the back dodge into a guard break and a side dodge into a guard break. This means that he now has standardized recovery like every other hero in the game does. It's no longer Raider's thing that he can throw at a guard break mid-dodge. This also means that he can't counter guard break mid-dodge. This is certainly going to be something I'm going to have to learn to play around because, oh boy, I didn't play anything other than Raider, and dodge guard break was pretty much the one crutch that I had left for my noob self. This should also change how Raider's able to side dodge certain attacks and then get a guard break carry. He still does have the heavy feint into a guard break, so this shouldn't reduce his overall ability to get guard breaks into different moves that he has, but it does nerf his defensive abilities and bring him to a more standardized position. From there we have Warlord. His front throw distance was reduced 1 meter, and they reduced the animation length by 200 milliseconds. The left and right throws were reduced by 1.75 meters, and they again were reduced by 200 milliseconds. The back throw distance was reduced by half a meter, and the crashing charge distance was reduced by 1 meter, and they reduced the animation by 200 milliseconds. The idea behind these changes is that it should affect the overall balance regarding ledging and wall splatting that Warlord has, where he could pretty much get that regardless of how far away you are. To my knowledge on this change, this should simply result in positioning less than perfect being a little less important. It'll give you just a small bit of margin more than you had before. Then we have Shaman, who saw all of her throw distances reduced, the front by half a meter, the left side by 3/4 of a meter, the right throw by a full meter, and the back throw by 1.5 meters. This is the same story with the Warlord. It shouldn't affect anything overall, so she should still get her confirmed follow-ups the same as she used to. She can't ledge for a whole mile behind her. Then we have the arcade tweaks. Moving on from fights there, is they simply gave us the ability to earn the cosmetics that are given to us with arcade mode in the weekly quests, because those weren't in the pool before. Yes, that does mean those of you who have only played weekly quests and haven't gotten any arcade rewards, this is indeed why. You should get them now. And since we have more embossings to earn and ornaments and that stuff from arcade, they've also tweaked where emblems can be displayed on your armor. You can now put them on more armor parts, specifically Nobushi's mask is one of them. They've also changed color swatches so that 65 new colors can be used on attacker and defender. That's a lot of colors. So hopefully your favorites are now available. From there, we also have some interface tweaks. For one, ranked penalties will properly be displayed on the ranking update screen, so you'll see why the hell you got 0+. And then as a final interface tweak, this wasn't mentioned in the patch notes, but it is in the game now, is on PC, the chat is no longer covered up by player has left the lobby. This is an amazing tweak. It's something rather minor that a lot of people won't care about, but oh lord, this is something that's been asked for since forever. I mean, legitimately, this was a day 0 complaint, and I am so glad that it's in-game now. From there, we do have a rather large list of bug fixes, none of which should change anything balance-wise other than one of them, which is they've fixed the regression caused on side deflects. The idea here is that side deflects can now be performed properly, like they were prior to Season 9, I believe. So all of the Year 1 and Year 2, we're back to that, where you can actually do side deflects and they're no longer a 33 millisecond window. If I'm not mistaken, that means deflects have a 100 millisecond window. Could be wrong on that, but I believe it's 100 milliseconds or 133. Deflects should actually happen now. It's a little shorter than a parry window, but it's nice. It's a lot better than the 33 milliseconds we've had for the last half a year. Other than that, the bug fixes this time around are largely just the game should work better. Things should be more consistent, certain errors should happen less, and one of them is you shouldn't fall through the floor anymore. But yeah, here we go. That's this week's Warriors Den. I hope you have a great day. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the battlefield. Or maybe Monday, actually.